What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Hey, check it out. Y'all know I'm back. I am back from the Philippines. I'm feeling, let me do it on this side. Strong. This is when I pump a muscle, I always go this side. I'm feeling strong even though I ain't do no exercise. I got to do some exercise. Check it out, man. This joint said Dr. Umar accidentally admits he stole the FDMG money. Worst interview possible. Yeah, I think that hey, first of all, I'm going up. Hey, I had to fix. I put glue. I'm going up to. I'm gonna fly the drone, man, around the schools and everything. One of the legs is broke, but I put super glue on that bad boy, man. I'm gonna test it out and fly it. But I'm gonna get a lot of good footage. I'm gonna go on up there. Right. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right, man? Uncle Mike feeling good today, man. I'm feeling real good. Even though I caught a little slight cold, but it's just a little chest cold. When I say little, it's real little. This is what I've been doing, y'all. Since I've been covering this and been talking about this and been listening to Leonard and the rest of the crew. Shout out to all the YouTube channels, man, that's covering this. Shout out to all of them, man. I've been asking people that I know that's not online a lot. They on Facebook, Instagram, asking them questions about this Dr. Umar guy. Do they know him? And a lot of people don't know him, but a lot of people do. I just asked my aunt. Hey, shout out to my mom today, my mom's birthday. Happy birthday to my mommy. I'm a mama's boy, and I'm proud of it. Yeah, most definitely. My mother and father was high school sweethearts, and they was the most beautiful parents I could ever have. I thought everybody's family was like this. Come find out Dr. Umar and his daughter. Lord have mercy. I did a video about his daughter. I can barely stand it, man. I can barely stand. You're talking about educating your kids. If anybody was to get their kids in a school that Dr. Umar is supposed to be building, and I look at Dr. Umar kids, I don't want you teaching I don't want anything to be, I don't want to be affiliated with anything you got to do. So anyway, back to the story. I asked about a good 5 of my friends and stuff what they think about Dr. Umar, and they, he great, and he this, that, and the third, and all this, man, he can speak and all this stuff. So I started breaking some of this stuff down. They were like, what? For real? What? And I'm using all the words to come out of his mouth. And I'm explaining to them, I said, now you think about what you thought Dr. Umar was, this person that you think he is, like a Malcolm X, right? Martin Luther King, Frederick Douglass, and the other guy he claimed, and he got the pictures of them on the wall with him there and all this stuff. You would think that he wouldn't be on the social media saying so many negative, terrible things about people. Uncle Mike has never came on here, and now I got ugly a couple of times because I got to let my people know that I got a backbone. But you can say whatever you want about my mama. You can say whatever you want about me or my YouTube channel or whatever the case may be. Words don't hurt me. My skin too tough. But sometimes I got to sit some of these suckers down every now and then, as we pass the haters. They used to be in the rearview mirror. They so far back there now, we don't even see them no more. And we don't talk about them no more because some of the comments were saying I shouldn't talk about them. Anyway, I said all that to say that I think that everybody needs to spread the news of the obvious, right? It's obvious that it don't take 13 years to open up no goddamn cotton picking school. And I couldn't have, the reason why I said something about the day is my mother's birthday, I bought her I keep wanting to call it an Apple Watch, but we use Samsung, so it's a watch to go with your phone. Who cares? I don't know. But that's what she wanted, so I went out and got one. And, they put you on a payment plan or whatever to get the guy talking on. I said, man, dude, how much is the watch? Let me pay for it and get out the store. I'm trying to get out the store. Do me a favor. Get the watch, ring the thing up so I can go home and do my YouTube stuff, man. So, happy birthday, Mom. I gave her the watch and everything. But anyway, so his mom is on Section 8. That ain't good. That's not good at all. What are you doing where your mom is on Section 8? Then you try to get your girlfriend to take care of her. You fired the niece or the nephew or the niece that was taking care of her. But she was nurse. She's a nurse, or she went to the schooling to take care of people. So she got certificates or whatever to do this. The girlfriend, on the other hand, said that I don't know nothing about taking care of no people. You know, when time comes, I'm gonna have to hire, you know, the right people with certificates and stuff to take care of my mother. I ain't putting her in no home. Believe that. And she ain't gonna be on no Section 8 or welfare or whatever y'all want to call this stuff, man. What is wrong? But people don't know. And I say that to say everybody needs to help spread and share these videos and stuff and let people know that this scam artist, allegedly, you got to say that's because you don't want people to come after you. I'm going up to the schools to film some stuff. I don't know. Well, I'm going up to the buildings. And even in this video right here, now I watched some of this video. Why are you so concerned about what everybody else doing instead of doing what you should be doing or what you claim you're going to do? You worrying about what everybody else saying out their mouth about you. I can't care less what they talked about Jesus Christ, bruh. And I ain't nowhere near no Jesus Christ, so I know they gonna talk about me. And I just smile at them. I got friends that I know have said he say, she say about being this, that, and the third. And I smile at them as they ask me for money. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Money is very valuable in this world. Don't act like it's not. That's where you're going wrong at. Money ain't all that. Money is all that. Don't get it twisted. Don't abuse money and don't misuse money. Dr. Umar. This boy done raised over, I know for a fact, my heart is telling me it's been over $2 million. He done raised $2 million. And you can't open a school. You got to get this daggone, these buildings off the, they get ready to auction off the buildings. That should tell you something. My buildings have never been in a predicament like this, man. I don't own a lot of buildings, but I was into some stuff before. Before it got that far, we got rid of the stuff. What's wrong with y'all, man? Golly, anyway, I did not mean to do all that. Shout out to Bravo Winston channel, man. Check this out, man. This was interesting the way he broke this down, man. So I want to bring y'all this, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Check it out, man. Let's check it out.
This interview, it gotta be one of the biggest pieces of evidence against Dr. Umar that I've seen in a long time, okay? Dr. Umar is going to actually call this radio station. You're going to see on WURD, which is a very well-known radio station here in Philadelphia, okay? They do a lot of pro-black stuff. I've seen them throughout the city over the years. All right, even at events that I've filmed, okay? I've seen them plenty of times. Dr. Umar, I think, has a friend there. But what he's going to say on this interview, if this is brought to court, all right, seriously, if this FDMG stuff and this scam, which in my opinion is a scam, all right, if this is brought to court, they should play this radio interview because Dr. Umar here, in my opinion, is lying, blatantly lying, and leaving out something that's so important that you cannot miss it. Watch this.
About the situation going on there in Delaware, the war against black people. I thought that maybe Donald Trump was the only one waging the war against black people, but it seems like a lot of black people are waging the war against black people. I call them anti-black. I don't care what color you might be, you can still be anti-black. And it seems like there are a lot of anti-black people in Wilmington, Delaware. We're going to hear some more from Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde Johnson. Now check this out, Bob.
Also, gotta say this: I'm watching this. We're looking at Eat with Philly Phil talk show and more. That's where I'm watching this from. Okay, Eat with Philly Phil talk show and more, because this is not on the WURD website or their YouTube. So I had to go to YouTube to actually find this radio interview. All right, so let's hit play. I just want to make sure I mention that. All right, let's go.
One of the reasons I took issue with the deputy chief of staff's email to this random YouTuber is not only did he lie and claim that there were multiple.
So a black man calling a check on your school that was created through donations from across the world is nothing more than a random YouTuber. Okay, let's hit play.
Follow-ups with the deputy chief of staff's email to this random YouTuber is not only did he lie and claim that there were multiple follow-ups with us when we heard from nobody about anything from March the 7th until August the 8th when the sheriff put that sign on our door. But
So you heard what he just said? He said, we didn't hear from anybody from March the 7th. This is important. That's why I'm stopping this video to say this, okay? He said from March the 7th to August 8th, they didn't hear from anybody. But watch Dr. Umar then change that story in this interview, okay? I'm not going to play his whole interview, but watch. He said from March the 7th to August, when the signs are put on the door saying that the school FDMG could be sold in a sheriff's sale. I'm gonna rewind this so you can hear it one more time, because I'm not making this up.
this is also a lie and claim that there were multiple follow-ups with the deputy chief of staff's email to this random YouTuber is not only did he lie and claim that there were multiple follow-ups with us when we heard from nobody about anything from March the 7th until August the 8th when the sheriff put that sign on our door, but this is also a pattern with the city of Wilmington with regard to the FDMG Academy, Baba. They give out our information to anybody who calls. Wow. There's no privacy.
Hey, y'all, that's me. I ain't know he had me up there. Shout out, baby boy. Shout out.
No confidentiality. There's
Damn.
no discretion. Anybody who calls that city with questions about the school, they will tell them all of our business.
Mm-hmm.
This is how most of the haters have gotten the school's information, because they voluntarily share information with people who don't even live in the city of Wilmington.
Dude, hold up. Wait a minute. Mr. I keep calling him Mr. Umar because nobody believes that he's a doctor. He ain't no doctor in my book. So I call him Mr. Now I'm going to show him respect. But, dude, think about what you're saying. What makes you think it's not public information? This is when it's public information, somebody asks for the information, they can share it. I don't understand it's not, what you call it. This is confidential information. Not when you get a building, you can go down to any courtroom and see who owns whatever property. That's not, come on, man. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's keep going. I got
So the haters have gotten the school's information because they voluntarily share information with people who don't even live in the city of Wilmington.
They can do that though, because your school has been created. All right, well, even though the school's not really created, it's a building that he bought. Let's try to be nice here. The schools have been created by donations from all across the world. So someone could be in China. If they sent you money and they're from China, they should be able to call Wilmington and ask a question about what they've invested in. Okay, simple as that. This is not a property that you bought in North Philly somewhere just as a chill spot. This is a school supposedly supposed to be a school for black boys. Okay, like never before seen in the history of the world. That's basically how you're pushing it.
That don't have nothing to do with it, man. But at the same time, I get your point. Dude, they don't have the city of Delaware or anybody, they don't have a list of people say, okay, these are all the people on this list that donated so we can get the information to them. These people didn't donate, like me. I ain't donate. I can go up there and get the information for any building. What is you talking about? People can look up my house information and see if I own it or not. He lying. He said he owned the house. They said it's my mama house. That's what they said. I don't care what they said. It's my house. I worked hard to get this house. And I own the house. It's just me, myself, and I on the deed or the paperwork or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. Y'all know Uncle Mike crazy. Here we go.
If that's the case, you shouldn't be upset if people call about the school. You should be ready for it. All right.
You should be worrying about building the school instead of worrying about who looking up what paperwork. If your stuff's straight, don't worry about what they doing.
Everything, in order. Let's go.
Don't even live in the state of Delaware, and they just share our information.
Is it public information, though?
There it is. What?
Is it public information?
Some of it is public, but not all of it is public.
Even he know. See what I'm saying? Even he knows that he knows some of it is public information. Come on, man.
A bullshit?
Uh-huh.
A bullshit?
Uh-huh.
A bullshit.
That's right.
A bullshit.
That's right. Well, some of it. You hear it? Some of it. Well, what? Well, okay then. If some of it is public information, what part is public information, Dr. Umar, and what part ain't public information? That's a good question, Uncle Mike. Let's find out.
Share our information.
Is it public information, though?
Say that again.
Is it public information?
Some of it is public, but not all of it is public.
Dr. Umar had to think of a lie. That's why he said, say that again. Okay. I wish the guy said me, said, wait a minute, Dr. Umar. This building, people should be able to check on, like I just said. But let's continue.
Right. People should be able to check on it.
And in this case, Baba, he told a blatant lie. He told a blatant lie. He said from April to August, I'm quoting him from the YouTube video that somebody sent me because I didn't even know that he was communicating with a YouTube hater.
When he says he, if you don't know, he's talking about I believe the deputy chief of staff in Wilmington was contacted by a YouTuber. When he's saying this man, this guy from Wilmington, okay, said, like for example, the guy said, we contacted Dr. Umar this very week. All right. Dr. Umar is saying this man's lying. All right. The man also said, if I'm not mistaken, he said that they were trying to contact Dr. Umar for months. Okay. And Dr. Umar wasn't responding or he was not coming to the table. Okay. But let's hit the player.
They quote from April through August, multiple follow-up attempts from the finance department regarding the outstanding fees. Baba, we heard from nobody at all about anything from the city of Wilmington.
We're going to stop and say this. Dr. Umar just said about the outstanding fees. Understand this. Dr. Umar's own mouth said the school had outstanding fees. If I was an investor in FDMG, I would be livid. I would be trying to find where this man located. I'll be so upset. I'll just say that. If I gave money to this man. Because you're going to sit here on the radio, on WRD, and say the school had outstanding fees. He literally confessed and said the school has outstanding fees. Okay? How could the school have outstanding fees when you were giving over $1 million out to Umar, okay, to donate to the school? You yourself said, I never asked for money for myself. The money only went to donations for the school. Okay? The school costs $400-something grand. All right. You were giving, at the very least, out of your own mouth, you were giving over $1 million. I think he said you were giving over $1 million. So and people have found you've been giving at least $1.5 million. All right. But let's say he just was giving only $1 million. All right. Just $1 million. It's the lowest of the low. If you had just $1 million, you should have at least $600 grand left over. All right. Because the buildings cost $400-something grand to buy. So it doesn't matter how many years have elapsed. At the end of the day, you have $600 grand in your back pocket. You understand what I'm saying? So how is it that the building could be, and you just bought the building in 2019. All right?
2019.
So how is it that the building could be in the rears with anything, Dr. Umar? That doesn't make any sense. That shows that you are mismanaging the money. Okay? Let's continue.
My man got cars in the background and everything. God, that dude. Oh, man, the car made me forget what I was going to say. Oh, y'all know why we know how much he paid for the school buildings, for the buildings. Keep calling it school. Ain't no school up there, Mike. Uncle Mike, ain't no school there yet. You great gonna film and find out your dad gonna sell. Ain't no schools up there. The reason why we know how much he paid for the daggone buildings is because of what he said out of his mouth. He said it was $400,000. Then the guy, I think Charlemagne, not Charlemagne, the other rapper dude, man, cool guy, real cool guy. He said 400,000, and then he told us, well, it was a little more than that. It was a little more than that. Because he's so busy trying to brag on how much he paid for these buildings. All that stuff, half the stuff, 90% of the stuff that what Dr. Umar talk about is none of our business. Open the school and let's do some business. Since you claim you're going to open a school, sure, it's funny how they talk about 2 or 3 other people said they're going to open a school. They school been open, and they working with the kids and all kinds of stuff. Shout out to them 3. One of them named King. That's all I remember, y'all. My bad.
Attempts from the finance department regarding the outstanding fees. Baba, we heard from nobody.
That's a lie.
At all about anything from the city of Wilmington from March the 7th until August the 8th.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Before they even put paperwork on the door, they done tried their best to talk to you and contact you over and over again. They got to show proof. That's why they got the sheriff coming and put the daggone thing on there, because they got to show before the courts, Your Honor, they can't just go and just auction off somebody's house or they building. They got to show proof that they had. I tried to get in touch with the person. I tried to do this. Then they got to go get a court order to put this thing on the auction. Trust me when I tell you this.
5 whole months.
That's bull.
Well, would that be defamation? And a lot of people, not a lot, but some people have asked me, what about your legal counsel and advice? What have they been saying?
I'm working on that. And the reason I'm working on that.
You're always working on something. That's what. You should be off the air talking to your lawyers about this, and your lawyer should be telling you to get off the daggone network, social media. People, if you got some serious problems going on in your life, don't put it on social media. Why do people do this? You don't want to be a winner? You want to be a loser all your life?
That, Baba, is I don't think this is going to stop until we push back.
Hey.
I think they're going to continue to play games with us.
Come on,
So we've
march.
established it here. I'm the one that's being attacked. I'm the victim. From March 7th to August 8th, I've been the victim. I have not spoken to anyone. No one has tried to speak to me from March to August. Okay?
And you did nothing
I've been
wrong.
The victim. Even though it's my job to know the bills of the school, even though it's my job to understand what's going on with the finances of the school, because thousands of, not 10, 20, but thousands of people have given money.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it was $1, they've given money because you pitched them a dream that the school be a reality. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so their money that was given, it was not given to put in your back pocket because they like the way you talk. The money was given for the school, specifically for the school. All right? That's why I don't understand how Dr. Umar is walking around and he's not arrested for fraud, because when it comes to what he's done with his money, he's admitting just in his interview that he's committed fraud. And it's not, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to, lie about him. I don't lie. I'm not a liar. But if you listen to what he's saying, he's telling you, I committed fraud.
Mm-hmm.
All right? How? Because he took people's money, said I would do one thing, and did not do that. To the point where you're actually sitting here saying that you had to contact the finance department. That doesn't make any sense. All the money that you had in your hand, there's no reason why you need to do that. You should have reached in your back pocket and paid every bill for the school. You should have just said, you know what? Then I must have missed that. I apologize. Then let all the donors know I must have missed a bill, but I paid it immediately. But he's not saying that. Listen to what he's saying. He's acting as if, he's someone who is behind on their phone bill and he doesn't have the money until his next paycheck to pay it off. That's how he sounds. And he's expecting us to be just as dumb as a brick and to listen to him and be caught in his speech instead of saying, wait a second, let's step back. All the money you've been given, this doesn't make any sense. What you're saying doesn't make any sense at all, Dr. Umar. Where's the money at? Where's the money at? Did you commit fraud? And I'm going to tell you my opinion. I believe that he absolutely committed fraud and much more than that. But let's hit play, y'all.
You can tell when somebody is in the wrong. No matter what goes down in their life, period, they would never admit that what they did wrong. They would never admit they did wrong. Or this happened, or my fault. They don't know these words. That's my fault. My bad. I I tell everybody, that's my fault. It's my anything go wrong in this house. I don't care what it is. It's my fault. This is my house. It's my fault. I apologize and let's make it right. That's what a real man does. His bank accounts is frozen. Ain't his fault. The school's grade go on the auction block, but it ain't his fault. Behind where I asked for an extension, why the school ain't open 13 years. It's everybody else's fault to the point where you want to march. I'm sorry, y'all. When I got back in the country, I done caught a little chest cold.
Going to continue to be hostile towards us. They're going to continue to be negligent towards us.
All this stuff right here he's saying is what black people want to hear. Ready to go to war type stuff. Why don't we focus on hearing some stuff that's going to help our people, that's going to help get this school open, that's going to help move us forward? Not all this stuff talking about marching off of your mistake. We got to go and march. I hope to God they are up there marching. I want to film this, him and 3 other people that don't know no better.
And they're going to continue to discriminate against us. So let me fast forward. So March the 7th, I get the letter. Excuse me, the letter was mailed March the 7th. I probably got it the last week of March, first week of April. I immediately called the Secretary of Delinquent Accounts. She said, see what L&I has to say. It comes from them, not us. We just carry it out. I talked to the Secretary of Vacant Property. She tells me she's going to give me a call back. She's going to look into this and see what they can do. Now, what they're saying, Baba, is they don't retroactively apply vacant property registration fee waivers, right? I can understand that. But I asked for a one-time exemption. If you can't give it to me, just say that. So
Why do you need an extension, Dr. Umar?
That's what I want to know.
I mean, this is astonishing. Why do you need help? Why aren't you saying, here's the money? You understand what I'm saying, y'all?
we can move on.
Right.
I want to make this point very clear, Bob. Because what they're leaving out, because they're saying, well, we don't apply it retroactively. The man asked you if you could do it this one time, because they just paid $30,000 in water. And instead of just telling us, no, we're not going to do it. You either have to pay it or get a payment plan. But we're not going to. Baba, she completely ignored me.
So look at what he just said. This is very important. He said, instead of them telling me you can either pay it or go on a payment plan. If you have the money in your hand, you should have said, I'm going to pay it. Now, somebody said, oh, no, but what he said was that they didn't tell him that. The problem is that you should have said, I'm going to just pay that. He's even telling us by admitting this that could have been an option and that it was not paid. That's why she said you could either pay it or go on a payment plan. That's letting us know that Dr. Umar and the school were in the rears beyond a shadow of a doubt. You may say, well, that's already established, because the papers. But Dr. Umar, you have to understand, Dr. Umar is going to try to say that everything is a lie. He's going to try to say that the papers, all that stuff, it wasn't like it appeared. All stuff was just a lie. How about this, Dr. Umar? You were behind. He's going to try to say, and what he's trying to say now is, oh, well, at the end of the day, I would have thought he would have came on here, right, and lied and said, look, I had the money. All right. But what happened was I just slipped up. I forgot. Okay.
He ain't going.
And I didn't realize that the school was in the rears in this way. I just forgot. It's my fault. I should have paid. I had the money. Of course I had the money. I have all the money from the donations. You know what I mean? But I just forgot. He could have just said that. But it's hard for him to do that because he came on them Instagram lives and was talking about we need to march on Wilmington XYZ. All right. Being very emotional, which is how Dr. Umar has been acting. Okay. Being very emotional and going on live, which is the worst thing you can do, is be emotional and going live online today. He did that. He made like the worst mistake you can make more than once, and came on, and while he was emotional, he lied and then told some truth also, okay, about how they were struggling with these bills, which when the problem is that there should be no struggle. The money should be there. He himself said, I never asked for a donation for myself. It was only for the school. So where's the money at? The question that I have, and many people have, is where's the money at? The answer is that he stole the money. He stole the investors' money, and he's blatantly coming on an interview trying to blame the city of Wilmington, who has graciously allowed him to run a scam in their city. Okay? They graciously allowed this Philadelphian person, all right, to come and run a scam in their city, to use their city as a place for a scam, to a lot of people around the community to think that their boys can one day go there and be taught by black mentors, and have this scammer, which is Dr. Umar, in my opinion, speak to people in the community, which he has done. Even on video, we've seen him talk to people who've driven up and say, your boy's gonna be going to my school and this and that, and to be lying to them and getting their hopes up. It would have been better if Dr. Umar had never shown up to that property and never bought any of that stuff, okay? Because since he has been there, all he has done has been lying to people and been using that city for a scam, okay? And I care for this. I went to school, I went to college in Wilmington, Delaware, okay? So I know all about Wilmington, Delaware to a certain degree. I'm not.
He. All right, let's see.
She did not respond to my email. I emailed her April 7th. She did not respond to my email. I emailed her April 16th. She did not respond to my email. I spoke to her on the phone at least a half dozen times.
Okay, so he said that no one contacted him since March 7th, okay? But now he's saying he spoke to the woman 6 times. He said I spoke to her at least a half a dozen times. So now that goes against what you just said when you said nobody contacted you. No, I'm sorry. When Dr. Umar said that they didn't contact him for all of that time, from March 7th to August 8th, and he knew nothing about this, okay? Now he's going and telling us another story, okay, about him talking to her on the phone, and how in actuality you were in contact with them, though you said before that you weren't.
Time, she said she would get back to me with an answer. And guess what, Baba? That turned into 5 months. No reason.
Why do you need an answer? See what I'm saying? Why does she need it?
But that turned into 5 months. It was a couple of weeks ago when he was saying his bank accounts was frozen. He was talking about his bank accounts being frozen, y'all. And then he turned around and this new news came up because it leaked out on Leonard and all these other people. Said, wait a minute, the buildings he got, somebody found the paperwork saying that they talking about auctioning off these buildings that he claimed he owned. Wait a minute. And that's when the whole can of worms opened up. Then all of a sudden, we talking about these bank accounts. I'm like, now how? I know plenty of people, man. Trust me, dog. I've been trying to be a millionaire for years. And I done did some scam stuff. I done did some network marketing pyramid and promised people something and they was paying their money for stuff. And I'm like, damn, man, when I make $1 million, I'm gonna find a list of people and I'm gonna give them all back they $20. You know, but me and my boys, we was doing this together. And the PayPal, they done froze the account. When you do wrong, they freeze your account, boy. When you do right and somebody try to get into your account, they don't freeze your accounts, man. We all know this. I don't even know why I'm beating
everything he's saying is hurt himself in this case. Okay. If I was prosecuting Dr. Umar, I would take what he just said right there and use it against him. He said
he knew about these buildings.
She would get in contact with me with an answer. Wait a second, Dr. Umar. Why do you need an answer? You should have the answer. The answer is the donor's money. The answer is the donor's money. What do you mean she's going to get in contact with you with an answer? You're not in need. Okay, you have a surplus. You're not in need. You have a surplus, supposedly, but you don't. Because you stole the money. You committed fraud. And people will say, oh, we're hating Dr. Umar. No, it's obvious. Okay, it's obvious. $400,000 for the school. Over $1 million in donations. So $600,000 went where? Into the air. It went into his back pocket. It went to him traveling the world and sleeping with black women all across the world, okay, with y'all donor money. Y'all literally gave him money to make a school, and instead he took the money and used it to throw money at women, okay, who wanted to sleep with him because he was a supposed great speaker and great mind of the day. And he used y'all money to do that, to throw money at them. I'm sure to probably send them across the world. I'm sure he's been very careful with how he did this, okay? But if someone really looked into this, they probably could find all kind of women that they can sit here and say, look, he gave me this, he gave me this, he gave me that. Okay, so all kind of money on me. And that money was y'all money. All right.
Wow. And then the secretary of delinquent accounts, because what I did was I sent the email to the chief of staff of the mayor, not the deputy chief of staff. The man who sent this email to the YouTubers, Baba, He ain't got nothing to do with.
Let's go back. What did he just say?
Oh my God.
What I did was I sent no response.
Wow.
5 months, no response. And then the Secretary of Delinquent Accounts.
So he said 5 months, no response. And then he says, and then the Secretary of Delinquent Accounts. Why is it that months were passing and you were delinquent? Once again, where is the money at?
5 months. It haven't been 5 months since you said something about your accounts being frozen, bruh. So that means you knew that these daggone, and you knew it was coming. That's why you made up that lie about your accounts being frozen. I'm still trying to figure out the accounts being frozen. And these people who don't know any better, and I feel for them. This is why I'm sitting here doing this. I feel for the people that they don't know. Well, he said his accounts is frozen. Charlemagne. Oh my God. Charlemagne, how many times your account's been frozen? You know the difference between a account being frozen and somebody closing down your account because somebody tried to get into it, and they are not going to stop you from getting to your money. Come on, dog. This is stupid.
Months, you yourself, I think Dr. Umar actually realized that what he said it wasn't good. That's why he tries to move it to something else here. He realized that he just said something that makes himself, in his case, sound terrible for him to say, time passed and then a delinquency agency hit me up, which means that I didn't have the money. It sounds like that, and you cannot not see that unless he changes the conversation. So what is he about to do? He's about to take us down another road.
When I didn't answer, and guess what, Baba? That turned into 5 months, no response.
Wow.
5 months, no response. And then the Secretary of Delinquent Accounts, because what I did was I sent the email to the Chief of Staff of the Mayor, not the Deputy Chief of Staff. The man who sent this email to the YouTubers, Baba, he ain't got nothing to do with nothing because I didn't include him in the correspondence. So you speaking.
I'm not gonna watch all this. This is Labor Day. I'm about to get something to eat. All right, I'm not. I'm gonna let Dr. Umar waste my time. All right, but I want to make this video to show y'all, and for those that like to say that people are attacking Dr. Umar, we're not attacking him. We're trying to show you, okay, that this man has wasted people's money. He's committed fraud. He's stolen from the black community.
Yep.
He's stolen from the black community. He's stolen from the black community, okay?
And still
that's what he's done. He's
no
taken
school.
Black people's money, and mostly black single mothers' money, who wanted the school to open for their black young men. And you know what he did? He stole the money. He stole the money. That's right. That's right. I'm doing 3 times just like he does it. He stole the money.
Everybody talk about the 3 times, man. But you got to pause. They told me, I ain't know this. I heard somebody say, but you got to pause between the last one. You got to pause before the last one. You got to pause before the last one. 3
Okay,
times,
let's fast
baby.
forward here. You know what?
Everybody talk about that.
I'm gonna play a little bit
That's
more.
funny.
Then I'm in this video. You can watch the rest of it in your own time, okay? Because I'm sure it's full of lies. Full of lies.
About things you know nothing about, and you are being untruthful and dishonest and blatantly lying in what you are saying.
What?
So he wasn't even in the email trail.
Why is everybody lying on you? Why does everybody against you? Ain't that many people against me. I mean, everybody got haters, man. Even Michael Jordan had haters. LeBron James got haters. Rest in peace to Kobe. Everybody got haters. Jesus Christ had haters, bruh. We are grown men and we know how to turn the other cheek. What you want to call it? I don't know what you want to say.
It was the Deputy Chief of Staff. It was the Commissioner for L&I. It was the Secretary for Delinquent Accounts and the Secretary for Vacant Properties. So I emailed them and I asked 3 questions, Baba. And guess what?
Not I called and said, when can I pay? But I emailed them, okay?
Nobody has answered the questions yet.
Wow.
They answered everything but my question. These are the 3 questions.
I gotta say this guy that's on the line with him, he notices what's going on. He sees what's going on. All right. And I gotta say this, y'all. Some of y'all black folks, I'm just gonna be frank here, okay? Some of y'all black folks, y'all don't have a backbone. y'all don't have any kind of soul or spirit to allow, like, this woman online who's had issues with Dr. Umar. Her channel is called like Anti-Afro Svengali. Dr. Umar has come out and tried to send his Goonie Goons against her before years ago. All right, you probably heard, if you've seen that Randy went on, he was saying anti-Afro Svengali, you know what I mean? I'm coming for you, whatever he was saying, right? I can see why she would have a channel called Anti-Afro Svengali for people like Dr. Umar. All right, because this man is going to come out here, and there are people like this guy on WRD and others that will allow this man to come on and lie, incriminate himself, spin games, okay, with words, okay, be a spin master, as I call him, okay, worse than any politician, and you allow this person to come on your platform, WRD. Now, I'm not trying to attack all WRD. I don't know if everyone was in agreement with this at WRD, but I will say that this man who's conducting this interview, at the very least, ask this man questions and say, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense, Dr. Umar. Okay, let me play devil's advocate here from the very beginning. Okay, at the very least, say that instead of just, well, Dr. Umar, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Wow, Dr. Umar. Oh, that's interesting, Dr. Umar. Just riding with him. Okay, just like the guy Charlemagne the God, just like him. All the intelligence that he seemingly has. Didn't Charlemagne the God write a book about black folks, all this kind of stuff? He has a book that he has behind him all the time. Okay, I don't know if he still does, but he had a book that was behind him for some time, a book that he wrote.
Whoa.
So you have the mind to write a book to seemingly give knowledge, but you can't see Dr. Umar as a liar. Okay, but I can.
Facts.
And I'm a videographer. Okay, a regular everyday Christian street preacher. And I'm not, and I don't have a mind like you guys supposedly, but I can see this. YouTubers, some of the YouTubers on that we see online, they don't even have jobs, and they can point this out. People struggling, the economy is crazy. You got YouTubers they're making, some of these cats I've seen getting 500 views, 100 views. It was a guy that I saw online, true stories, a guy I saw this other day. You can probably find him. I can't remember the guy's name. God bless him. I think he was from New York or somewhere. Went to Delaware, went to Delaware and literally filmed the schools. Okay, true story. And the guy had like 1,500 or less than that views. All right, but thank God bless his heart, this guy went out there. Okay, this black guy went out there to try to show people the evidence and said, look at this, look at that. And he was just showing the school. Dr. Umar wasn't there. There was a guy out there that said Dr. Umar usually comes on Tuesdays, and I think it was a Wednesday or whatever day it was. It wasn't a Tuesday. And he was talking to people in the neighborhood about the school and stuff. And it was a very, very good video. The guy, I think I watched the whole thing. And the kid was just explaining stuff. He was showing how the school had pipes that you can see, like drainage pipes that you can see coming off the roof that were literally like broken. All right. And it was all kind of like mildew and all kind of like black, like not soot, but like basically like, I guess you'd call it like grime and stuff that was collected on the that you could easily see because the school is painted yellow, so you could easily see all this kind of grime and mess that was on the sides of the school. All the windows were boarded up. It looked terrible. It looked so bad. It actually looked like he just bought the school. It looked that bad, like he done nothing to the school. Now I'm sure he's done something to the school. Okay, like painted that rock. Okay, he has like I think a mural painted. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, it's a mural with Frederick Douglass, and I think even him in there, as if he somehow, a joint air with them, as if he's somehow, connected patriarch. He's somehow on their level. Okay, to them. I mean, just a scam. But the thing that gets me most is these people that allow them to come on and lie to their own people. They are the true Uncle Toms. I'm going to say it again. They are the true Uncle Toms. One more time. They are the true Uncle Toms because they allow this scammer to come on. So for all the people like Anti-Afro Svengali, okay, I checked her channel some time ago, and she didn't have hundreds of thousands of views, which means that she's not making a lot of money on YouTube from her videos. Some of her videos I've seen, they were getting hundreds, or maybe 100 views, maybe 200 views. But this woman spent her, and God bless her, she spent her time in many years trying to expose Dr. Umar. Okay, this older black woman spent years trying to expose, tell people who he was. All right, and there are many YouTubers. You look at somebody like Linda Honor. Linda Honor makes money from Dr. Umar. I will say that. I'm not saying that against him. I'm just saying that this man makes more money than most YouTubers when it comes to talking against Dr. Umar. So people look at him and say, "Oh, everybody's making money like that." No, they're not. He's like 1 out of a million. The rest of them are like me. We're just, we're barely making any money at all. But we're taking our time out of our work schedules, okay, out of our real jobs, okay, to talk about it, to expose this. And what does Dr. Umar do? He causes YouTubing and struggle streamers, attacks us, and then continues to lie, knowing that there's a large amount of black people that don't understand the particulars about what's going on. And they think that when people hate on him, it's black on black hate. That's all it is, just black on black hate. Like the guy opened up by saying, I thought that just that Donald Trump he was hating, okay? But wow, it's even black people hating on black people. No, it's black people trying to hold your feet to justice and say you're nothing but a wolf in sheep's clothing. You're not trying to help us black folks. You're worse than at least Donald Trump. At least with him, he's honest about the fact that, and he's easy to see that he's a liar, and he's honest about what he wants to do. He wants to come in and do all kind of mess. Okay, but you on the other hand act like you're coming as a savior when you're worse, when you're just as bad as them.
I didn't the secretary of vacant properties respond to my constant emails and constant phone calls speaking clarity, Baba.
They never answer.
Clarity.
Constant emails, constant phone calls, but not me calling one time. But how about this? Why didn't they respond when I said where do I need to go to pay this money? Okay, why didn't you show up and just pay the money? See what I'm saying? Don't make any sense. Let's fast forward, y'all, because I'm ready. I'm done with this. We're going to fast forward to the end, see if he has another lie I can catch him in, and that'll be it. Time me to get. I'm hungry to get something to eat, y'all. Let's fast forward a little bit. Sorry, he's not playing. What's going on here? Let me see here, y'all. You know what?
Yeah.
Let me check something on my phone. I'll be right back. I had my phone in airplane mode, and because somebody was calling me, okay, and I was trying to make this video before somebody called me during the video, okay, so I had to turn.
That's funny right there. Dr. Umar's supposed to be doing a dating reality show. Oh my gracious, Mr. Snow Bunny.
Put that. I'll get rid of that. All right, so let's look at this. Let's see what he's saying here.
Believe in the truth. They do not believe in the truth.
Yeah.
They believe in views and clicks, and they will make up anything to satisfy their audience so they can get their views and clicks. So I'm thinking it's a lie, Baba. I'm like, we ain't got nothing in the mail. I just checked the mail yesterday. Baba, I was just down there. And checked the mail. So
you found out it wasn't a lie.
It could be true. I call a Garveyite sister in Wilmington, Delaware, who lives near the school. And I said, and I also text my brother Kev, and I text one of my neighbors. I text 3 people asking them to go past the school and see if there's another set of paper on the front door.
Let's see what it says here. Okay. Now, this is Lyndon Honor, who's been talking about Dr. Umar for years. We can see it. This seems to be one of the papers that was put in the school. And it says here, let me try to zoom in. Past due fees are not subjected to, okay, let's see here. It says, this doesn't seem to be any in particular here.
Now that's it right there.
Okay,
what's
let's
highlighted.
look what it says here in yellow. Past due fees are not subjected to requests for a waiver. All past due balances must be paid in order to receive a waiver of the current year's fee. Excuse me. Additionally, all properties must be registered to receive a waiver of registration fee. Okay.
Because the haters, Baba, stole the set of sheriff's cell paperwork off the Frederick Douglass High School doors.
Let's stop right there. Dr. Umar said that the haters sold the sheriff's cell paperwork. So that proves, Dr. Umar, that out of your own mouth, that the school is in threat of a sheriff's cell. Okay, out of your own mouth. It's not the YouTubing and struggle streamers making up a lie. You yourself out of your own mouth said that. This is the first time I've heard him ever say that before. He's admitting that. So that shows that you yourself allowed that school that you bought for 400 grand and you had $1 million left over, that you allowed the school to be in arrears so much out of your own mouth that it could have gone in a sheriff's cell. And people should trust you to be the principal and administrator over a school for black boys. Why?
Oh, and sent it to YouTube. You feel me?
My bad, y'all. I like to mute my microphone for the background noise. Me coughing. I got a cold coming back into the country. Now what was Uncle Mike about to say? God dang it. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, people should trust you to be the principal and administrator over.
Oh, the black school. a black school, that alone is illegal. You can't open a school for black kids only. You cannot do that. Hello. Remember segregation? Hello. The black only water fountain, whites only water fountains. That's against the law. Hello. Can we start thinking on that level? God dang. Dang it, man. So you mean to tell me you're going to open the school up and the white man going to come shut it down because all he's going to do is tell his kids to go sign up and you're going to say no. Up. That's, what you call it? Discrimination. God dang, well, I should be a goddamn lawyer. Y'all think I should be a lawyer? Let's continue, man.
A school for black boys. Why?
Oh, and sent it to YouTube. You feel me?
And by the way, I got that from another YouTuber, man. I said, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he right. That's against the law, man.
There's another set on the Garvey building. So I hurry up and ask 3 people, can you please go past the school and see if there's another set of paperwork? I need to know if they lying or if this is true. So the good sister, bless her heart, she went and got the paper. She said, Doc, I got it. She took pictures of each page. She sent it to me, and I saw it for myself, Baba. It was real. If you don't pay off this money, we selling your school in 20 days. Baba, let me ask you a question.
So I reached in my back pocket and said, bam, there you go. Let's move on. Is that what he's going to say here next? Let's see.
We go from April the 1st. April the 1st. Can I get a one-time waiver exemption applied retroactively? Because if they do that, Baba, we owe nothing.
See, he said he talked to somebody and I didn't hear back from her, and it's been 5 months. Now you're saying that they putting papers on the door in April. So that's April, May, June, July, August. It's September now. Now it's been 5 months. You haven't heard from her in 5 months, which means that she contacted you at least 2 or 3 months ago, boy.
She said she's going to get back to me. I don't hear from nobody from April the 1st until August the 7th. No.
So now he's saying, remember before he said he heard from March the 7th to August 8th. Now he's saying, and I literally wrote that down. Now he's saying from April the 1st to August the 7th. He's changed it up again. All right. Why is he trying to get the hookup? Why don't you have the money?
Mail comes from the March 7th. Oh, nothing. She says she's going to get back to me. I don't hear from nobody from April the 1st until August the 7th. No mail comes from the March 7th letter until August the 8th. So if you're counting from the last time we received correspondence, Baba, that's March the 7th, 5 months. If you're counting from the last time I spoke to somebody on the phone, that's the first week of April, 4 months, no matter how.
Now he's going back. Now you may say, oh, well, he got you there. No, he doesn't, because he said, remember he said I had spoken to anybody, and it was basically silence from March the 7th. All right. But now he's trying to, and he's catching himself in his lies here. Okay, but let's continue.
He definitely catching himself.
We did not hear from the city at all from 4 months to 5 months. Now, why didn't we hear from the city? Shouldn't we have gotten a warning? Shouldn't something have been sent between March the 7th and August the 8th? I don't know, Baba. What do you think?
Should have gotten.
I thought you said March the 7th and August the 7th. And August the 7th. But anyway, he's saying, let's take his word for it. Let's say that there are months that passed when he didn't hear from anybody. Okay? If we believe that story, even if there were 2 months, 3 months, whatever, 4 months, whatever case it be, it could be 10 months. The problem is this: every month that passes does not make you look better. It makes you look worse. Because that's time that you could have been handling this. That's time you should have been at City Hall, but you weren't there. You were traveling the world with donors' money. That's what you were doing.
Yeah.
Asking for CashApps or PayPals. You were not with the school. Okay.
Eating at the finest restaurant.
5 months, Baba. 5 months.
And yeah, most notices are at least 30 to 60 day notice. Sometimes 90-day notice.
For Baba, the one and only letter we got dealing with this situation was dated March the 7th. We never got another piece of mail or email dealing with this situation since March the 7th.
And it's interesting, the deputy responded.
If they give you one letter, and you knew there was a problem, and you did not pay off whatever needed to be paid off, it's 100% your fault, period. If they give you no letters, and you were paying attention to what was going on with the school in the first place, it's still 100% your fault. Simple as that. You need to be watching over the property that you buy. And he knew this because when he purchased the school had debts already. So he already knew he got the school that there were debts from that. That's another thing he's lying. He's not mentioning, I should say. He's not mentioning that part. He doesn't want you to understand it. Okay. Let's fast forward even more. This is a long video. I want to see if something else has happened here.
A lot of problems for us. Just as think about it, Baba. If we got to go through all this just to get a vacant property registration fee waived, think about that. If you got to,
why do you need a fee waived? I'm ending the video on this, y'all. Why do you need a fee waived? You see how I passed to the end of the video almost, and he's still talking about getting a fee waived. Y'all can support Dr. Umar if y'all want.
And the fee he talking about getting waived is like a $25 or $75 type of, no more than $200 fee. The filing fee is the only thing. If you're a nonprofit organization, the filing fee is what they can waive. All the stuff that you owe, if you owe a water bill, there is no jurisdiction, there's no organization that can bypass a water bill. What you talking about, man? There's no organization that can bypass an electric bill. There is no organization. Y'all look it up. These people want their money. If you, like a church, I don't see how you can, Uncle Mike, I don't see how you can take money from a church. Because I played bass guitar for the church. Shoot. Go tell that to the water company. That's a church. How you going to take money from a church? Water company? Come on, man.
All right. I don't make these videos on my page, excuse me, about Dr. Umar, just to get clicks and views. Okay.
I do.
Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you guys truth. Look at my channel. I only got 2,000, maybe 800 some subscribers. All right, I've been on YouTube
that's good.
For many years. I've been on YouTube on my other page, and since like YouTube first started, I've been on this page for years. All right, YouTube has never, cut the check for me. All right, I got mine maybe like 3, a year or two ago, and I've never seen thousands of dollars from YouTube. All right, but I spend time out of my work. Like today, Labor Day. I'm on here making this video so you guys can be informed about the truth. That's what this is about.
Fact.
And not just me, but all people that came before me that been doing the exact same thing. Okay, trying to expose what this man is doing because he is hurting our communities, and he has done this for a while. All right,
it's 13 years.
It's simple
baby.
as that. Good
more than
versus
13.
evil. What he's doing is evil.
Yep.
All right, and more than people are explaining. Okay, I go into all kinds of about how every time he says something is racist, like how he said Wilmington was acting racist against him, and how he said, I knew from the very beginning that they didn't want me here. I knew all along they didn't want me here. All right, my response to that was, well, then why did you even buy the building there? Think about it. Why would you do that then? That's your fault.
Yeah.
All right. How every time you cry racism, you hurt somebody that's actually dealing with a racist situation. Every time you cry foul racism, okay, when it's a lie, you hurt somebody that actually is dealing with that situation because people won't believe them. And because you keep crying wolf over and over and over again, Dr. Umar, about all this kind of stuff, when everything about him, in my opinion, is simply a lie and a scam. It's a affinity scam using black causes. That's basically what he does. All right. Because you continue to do this, you're hurting the whole entire black community. Okay. Everything that he does is hurting the whole entire black community. I have to say that. It hurts the whole entire black community. Because there are people like Dr. Umar. Well, I'll say this. I want to say like him, but I'll say this. There are people that are the real deal. I'll say that. There are black men that have started real schools, like what he's talking about. But it's real. It's not racist. It's not none of it. There are people that are doing stuff for real, and they're not racist. And the thing they're creating is not racist, like what he wants to create. It's not evil. But those men are looked down upon and are looked at as if they're like a Dr. Umar. He lures it over them as if he's the king of them. When in actuality, he's nothing but a scammer. So people that are really doing this stuff, they look worse. They look bad because of him. He makes them look bad. There are so many things I could say about him just existing, doing what he's doing. Okay, that he exists and is doing what he's doing. Okay, I'm not saying that he should not exist. What I'm saying is that what he's doing as he's existing. Okay, which is scamming black people just by him doing that day by day. It does more harm than people online even really talk about. Okay, it really, really does. People are focused. We have to focus on one scam or the other scam. Is it the school scam? Okay, is it excuse me? Is it the $500 date scam? Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? So many things he's doing. We kind of have to focus on that. Okay, just to get our video to get views on YouTube, because the YouTube algorithm is so crazy. If you don't put things up in a sensational way, a lot of times you can't even get a view at all.
Wow.
All right. And I know from personal experience being on YouTube for many years and seeing how I put up videos of all kind of important information and they get almost no views. But then if I put a sensational type title, or even though it's true, but I have to put it up in a sensational way just for it to get views, okay? Because the way YouTube is designed. All right. So I'm just saying that because of that, most people can't really go deep into what he's really doing like that, okay? And how he hurts everybody because of the way this platform is even designed, all right? And platforms like it, because they're all alike. YouTube, TikTok, so on and so forth. They're all alike in that way, okay? So, y'all, I want to thank you for watching this video. Please share the video. Hit the like button, y'all. Have a blessed day. God bless. Peace.
Most definitely, man. Hey, I subscribe to his channel, man. Y'all go check him out and everything. This is wow, man. Bravo Winston, man. Shout out to Bravo Winston, man. I subscribe to your channel. One of the things about this school thing, man, this is crazy, man.
Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? So many things he's doing. We kind of
the scams.
What he's doing as he's existing.
Damn.
Those men are
This is what I wanted to say. I had to rewind and remember. Uncle might be forgetting, man. The dude King, one of the guys that has a school. His name is King. I want to say Dr. King. I forgot. He got King as his name, and he has a school where he helping kids, teaching them how to work on cars. He done asked for donations. He done showed the people what the donation money going to. He done taking pictures with the kids. Now you got this lady, Miss Ann, who is saying that she produced a little video on Dr. Umar, and I wanted to see the video, right? So Uncle Mike got all his subscribers and everything, and I said, y'all go to her channel and subscribe, because she said once she hit 1,000 subscribers, she was going to release the video. So Leonard was saying, I heard all this information from my man Leonard channel, and I was saying to him, well, I was not saying to him, I was saying, well, if he doing it, I'ma do it. So I did the reaction video and everything, and I was telling all my people, God, y'all going over there, y'all, because we want to see this. We want to see this. And before you know it, Miss Marianne, I wish I had a YouTube channel, she had 2,000 subscribers. That's how pressed people was the one to see it. And sure enough, she did. She released it just like she said. Now, with that being said, the man, I'm just gonna call him Mr. King. He got King in his name, y'all. I'm sorry, Uncle Mike can't remember. I can't even remember what I'm supposed to be saying next. But Mr. King has invited Dr. Umar to speak at his school. Yeah. He invited Dr. Umar to speak at the school, and he paid him. Huh? Dr. Umar ain't even show up. And Dr. Umar ain't even give him back his money for not showing up. Had an excuse and everything. And I think, don't quote me on it, y'all, I think it was about $3,000 or something. But Mr. King, they went back and forth and everything. And he was like, dude, I ain't got time. Look, whatever, man. The guy, is this how he want to carry it? He beat me out the money, whatever. It's move on. He said, that's water under the bridge, man. I got to move on because I'm trying to help these kids. I ain't got time to go back and forth with this man. There's been plenty of things that I invested in. There has been plenty of times that I spent money on stuff. I done bought crap that I don't even use. I'm looking at that Boss $500 Boss machine that's sitting there, and I ain't used it. It's been sitting there for 2 years. Anyway, back to Miss Marianne, Miss Beautiful. She did a documentary for Dr. Umar, and she said that Dr. Umar insisted on having a scene where he's sleeping with a white girl. Now I know that's a lie. Because he don't like snow bunnies and all this stuff. Well, that's what he claimed. Then she said, you know how a person sit there and say, well, that what they really don't want, which is what they really want. I said to myself, I be damned. I ain't think of it like that. Yeah, so it's a lot of things going on. She done drug Dr. Umar all through the mud, baby. Yeah. She done worked with him, said he was so hard to work with. He got mad because of the hotel that oh my God. They had a hotel for him while he's staying to do the movie or whatever the little film and shooting they were gonna do. He insisted that he had X amount of bodyguards around him and all this stupid stuff. I'm saying to myself, man, if somebody invite me anywhere and they pay for a hotel, it could be at the Motel 8. As long as they leave the light on for me, I'm good. I don't give a daggone if they I don't need to be at no 5-star hotel. All that stuff is smoke and mirrors, y'all. Y'all know, y'all got to know this by now. I'ma have my eyes closed anyway. Who gives a daggone where I'm at? I'ma be asleep. As long as it ain't no crazy sounds and all that. Man, let me get on up out of here. But seriously, y'all, I'm going up there. I'm driving up to Delaware. Now I wish I would have changed time, because if I leave on a Friday, by the time I get up there, I think all the buildings and stuff will be closed, you know, and I'll shoot some video and stuff. And Saturday, the government that had these buildings, even though they not on the chopping blocks no more, they not on the auction blocks, you know, I wanted to talk to them or whatever. I wanted to talk, I could still do some research and talk to some people about some of the things about these buildings. If you buy a building, facts, you have to maintain, meaning you got to cut the grass, put the fence around it. Well, you can't have all this. That's why they board these windows up, because you got to make sure the building is secure. You can't have bums sleeping in it and kids might get hurt and stuff like that. The government don't play that. So if you don't do it, the government does it. If you got windows and they not boarded up, that's why all these abandoned buildings have boarded up windows. The government is doing this. And they send you the bill. And that's what happened with Umar. These buildings are not up to par. I done found out, this is what I want to find out. I want to do some research and find out exactly what's wrong with the land. Because they're saying that the land that the buildings sit on is not even equipped to have people on it. Or you can't open it. You got to have permits to open up a school. You got to have permits to do this, that, and the third. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. If Dr. Umar was smart for real, oh no, I got two things to say. Number one, I went to his Instagram, and his Instagram, he got over 1 million followers on Instagram. When I first looked, now it's 1.1, which means that people are still following him. And shout out, congratulations, bruh. I wish I had 1 million on any platform. I wish. I don't have that. So congratulations to you. You get 1 million people to follow you. Now that you got 1 million people following you, where you taking them to? Up to Delaware to this school that you haven't opened up yet? 13 years? Come on, man. I couldn't have 1 million people following me on Instagram and your channel is not even monetized. What kind of businessman are you? In today's world, social media world, you bragging and all this type of stuff. You got 1 million followers on an Instagram. I don't know how Instagram work, y'all. So maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But with 1 million people following you on Instagram, that sounds like some money to me. Since I'm a full-time YouTuber And don't call me no, what'd he say? What's the word he be using? Struggling. Don't call Uncle Mike no struggling YouTuber, because I am struggling, but I ain't struggling in the bank account. I'm struggling because I got to do all this work by myself. But I love it. I love my job. It's full of people known as retards. Oops, that's right. You don't supposed to say that word. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. See, I try to take things back. That's an ugly word. You don't supposed to say that. I apologize. I'm sorry. God dang it. Because of Dr. Umar. But one thing I do know, the last thing I was going to say, I don't forget. Oh, if you was smart, that was supposed to lead to this, y'all. If you was smart, there are online schools, online classes. You should have started there. You should have did an online academy. An online academy. It's plenty of websites you can do online training and online schools. You should have started there to get some of these kids. There are kids that's saying that now I'm grown and you still talking about opening up this school. I wanted to go to the school when I was little. Now I'm grown. I'm going to call off to college, bruh. You still talking about opening up this school. And he's, all right, little ninja. All right, little ninja. I see you, little ninja. Get the milk off your lips. Get the crack off your lips and all this stuff he talking. Really? And you going to compare yourself to a Martin Luther King and a Malcolm X, or maybe I'm reaching too high. Frederick Douglass. Maybe I'm reaching too high. God, man. I'm going up there Friday, man. I wish I might try to leave Wednesday. I don't want to stay no 3 days. I want to go on a weekend because I think my spirit is telling me somebody going to be at that school this Saturday doing something. They're going to be painting a wall. They're going to have that school and I'm going to go up there. Hey, man, I'm trying, just, come on in. Something like that. Or they might say, you're Uncle Mike. No, you're not here. You part of the problem. You over here. They might do that to me. I don't know. But y'all go to the Music Recording Network Live. The Music Recording Network Live. Go to that channel. It's a separate channel. We're going I'm gonna be live the whole time I'm driving up there, and we're gonna be talking about this whole thing. And I said that about the school and everything because Uncle Mike is opening up a YouTube course. And it's going to be bad as I don't know what, man. I'm going to sit there and hold your hands because I want you guys to be able to make a nice income from YouTube. I think I cracked the algorithm, man. I know the algorithm. And I ain't going to sit here and just take your money and go fly all over the place. I'm flying all over the place now anyway. You know what I'm saying? Over 488,000 subscribers, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Shout out to all my enders. Shout out to everybody that listens to Uncle Mike. I appreciate it. Let the people know that I'm doing a YouTube course, and I need y'all to succeed in the YouTube course because the more people succeed, the more they say, oh, Uncle Mike really know what he's doing. So I want to be taught by him because I want to make some money. Who don't want to make some money? Instead of begging for the money, how about using the YouTube algorithm and using the YouTube advertisement system? YouTube pays, man. That's all I gotta say, baby. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.